Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the 3D Property Solutions podcast, bringing you the latest in real estate news, trends, and events. Here's your host, Dean. Dean, what are we talking about today?
Hey, it's Dean Gazowski with 3D Property Solutions. I want to share a story with you that I just experienced last week as we're working with a seller. And the quick background on this one was that it was a web lead, okay? And this lady was high energy as she came into the whole mix of things, right? So it was a web lead. Our follow-up girl, lead provider, she ended up connecting with this seller and booked an appointment later on in the day. So I show up. And, I'm walking around, taking a tour of the house, and she's very apologetic about the fact that the bedrooms are messy. The rest of the house is pristine. It's beautiful, open floor plan. It's a nicely updated house, but she's just ashamed of the two bedrooms that have got, the kids that have, experienced the failure to launch situation, and there's clothes piled high, and there's a water bong. I haven't seen one of those in years, and I was like, oh man, this is whoa, look at that. It's right over in the corner. Nothing phases me when I'm walking through these houses much anymore. So as I'm going through the house, I'm like, okay, pretty nice. We get into her room, and there's a tray, like a cafeteria type of a tray, from grade school. You're walking through the line, you're picking up your rectangle pizza, your jar of peaches, and your milk box, like one of those trays, right? So on top of that tray, there's a big pile of this green stuff. It's a bunch of buds and there's a big pile of stuff next to a little package of rolling papers, okay? And then there's a jar that's sitting on the dresser, and it's filled 3/4 of the way up, and I'm like, I think I know what that is. And then there's the dogs outside, so I just glance on by, I see that stuff going on there. There's the dogs in the backyard, and she's like, oh yeah, they're American Terriers, and I'm like, American, what is that? That's a pit bull, right? That's pit bull face. Anyhow, fast forward, we're sitting at the kitchen table, which is also like the dining room table because of this open concept, great room situation, and we're just hanging out, having a good old time, talking about getting the house sold. And she brings out a market analysis from, another real estate agent. And I'm looking through and I'm like, okay, yeah, they look like nice people. I mean, maybe you want to do business with them. Let me tell you about our company. And I give her the goods. I kind of lay out the follow-up process, the team that we've got backing her up. Because once you decide to do business with me, we're going to lay it all out for you and we're just going to go to bat. But here's where the story gets good. Okay, I handed one of my business cards, and forgive me the shake on that. Look at that. My camera gets a little bouncy at times. I pull out one of my business cards and I give it to her. And she's like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and put the business card in here with this other real estate agent folder. And I'm like, whoa, don't do that. Because I don't want you thinking about me once in a while. And I certainly don't want to blend in with the rest of the environment. What I'd really like you to do is I'd like you to take this business card and put it in that jar of pot. Oh, did I say that? Put it in that jar that's on your dresser. That way, you're going to see me every day, right? Just kind of, sneak it on the bottom, put the little sign out there. So you're looking at this little mason jar and then you see Dean. Heck, I don't even care if you use it to scoop up after what you've already broken up and just kind of, I swear I've never done this stuff before. So, point is, I want you to remember me by putting this somewhere where you're going to see it every day. And I'm not talking about the refrigerator. Let's get creative here. As a salesman should. You should get awfully creative and let these people know that's what they're hiring. You hire me because I think outside the box. What other agent is going to come in and be like, well, let's, I probably would never come up with something exactly like that again. But I'm telling you, that was one of those ways that I was able to stand out from the crowd because everybody else is like, oh, here's our marketing plan. Here's our this. Here's their that. No, I'm going to connect with you on a real level. And then we're going to do business. And we're going to deliver. And we're going to sell your house for top dollar because this guy over here thinks outside the box. So, thank you for putting your card in, whatever, that's the rest of the story. So, that's the message of the day. You need to find a way to stand out from the crowd when you're dealing with a very basic level of competition. Okay? A lot of people can't even think outside the box. They don't even know how to develop their own style, or even if they even have a style. But the point is, you find a way to get inside their brain, make sure that they're thinking about you. And that's how you win deals. You make an impression, then you get to the relationship part, following up, because she's not ready to list right now. She's got to get some things out of the way. But you stay in touch with her. Oh, by the way, here's some of our testimonial videos. Here's testimonials from people that have already done business. Here's some of our marketing videos. You like this one? We could do the same thing for your house. Find a way to stand out, then continue to build that relationship, and then you close the deal when it's time, when the time is right. So that's my tip about, actually that's my story about the pot jar, the pot mason jar. So hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next video.
Thank you for tuning in to the 3D Property Solutions podcast. If you have a funny story like this one, please let us know in the comments. We would love to hear it.